Yo, what's good? Welcome to another installment, another episode of Blackmans Thoughts. About to head up to the store real quick. But, yeah, man. Just saw, just wanted to come back to y'all, see what's good. You know what I'm saying? Got African Bambaataa in the news and shit. You know what I mean? Polite. Just a slew of people out there, man. R. Kelly said there's a dude come forward with R. Kelly. Whether you believe in the creator, like me, whether you don't believe in anything, all these brothers did was talk about the black woman as God. You know what I'm saying? They talked about Malachi Z. York talking about some we aliens, African Bambaataa talking about something he used to believe he's aliens and shit. We come from different planets. To me, all it is an escape from reality. Escape from reality, man. Escaping from the traumas that one may have perceived in his life, one have experienced in his life, and you coming up with, I'm an alien. I'm from another planet. You know what I'm saying? You have R. Kelly who was molested, I think, by a sister or some woman used to molest him. Now look at him. You know what I mean? You got these rappers, man, they talk about gang violence, especially up in Chicago, man. You know what I'm saying? They got, my brother put me on to something called drill rap. And all these brothers is doing is talking about their murders in their songs. They really did these murders and they really after these people. And then you see, man, death after death after death after death. And all these people, man, was able to come into the black community, convince you that there is no God, that you yourself is a God, the black woman is God. And they allowed the very thing that they said was God to destroy them. The very thing that they said to destroy them. People talking about the black woman's God, the black woman's God. That very same woman or that God that you worship sent your ass to prison or about to send you to prison. The black woman God then, she leaves you while you're in prison, messes with your, finds another life. I mean, she shouldn't have to wait while you're doing 50 fucking years for rape. She shouldn't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? She got to go on with her life too. Is she God then? You know what I'm saying? All these men, oh, I'm a God, I'm a God, I'm a God. You have no resources. You have no land. You have no ability to heal yourself. You have nothing. You're all you're doing, you're solely dependent on somebody else in every aspect of life, but you telling everybody that you're a God. We have to start being cognizant on the things that we are let into our mind. We allow all these great thinkers and great talkers coming to them with these slick words and how brilliant they are, and they can memorize anything and tell you anything. And they say, there is no God, there is no God, and all that stuff is spookiness. All that stuff is spookiness. The white man is the devil, white man is the devil, all that stuff is spookiness. But then they'll go find some weird book that validates what they say. They'll memorize it and then they'll quote it. And then they'll give you a source to say, yeah, in this book I read. I was watching Pharaoh, man, and Pharaoh did an episode, young Pharaoh, he did an episode, and he was talking about, how in his organization, check this out, Inky played it, shout out to Inky. He played a video where young Pharaoh was like, in his organization, you can only watch you can only watch girl-on-girl porn or man-on-man porn. That's some creepy shit, ain't it? Listen to this. He's telling you, as a grown-ass person in his organization, you can either watch man-on-man pornos or girl-on-girl pornos. Yet, people say he's brilliant with that chakra shit. Now, if you study chakras, which I don't, but I know listening to people who do study, one of them chakras, they say a brown chakra or something, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, put a comment underneath. They say the brown chakra is in a man's anus. And you hear people talking about something, yeah, that needs to be worked out. Wait a minute, what? These are the people that you call brilliant. They got you following all this chakra shit, buying all these magical stones, buying all these whatever it is because they use big words and because you see they living in these houses. And they got you turning yourself into homosexuals, trying to activate some fucking chakra. And they doing that shit themselves. And they calling themselves gods and we gods. All they trying to do, and all they're doing is taking away your moral compass. They're taking away common sense. They're taking away the act of thinking from you. Because what they're doing is they're trying to get you to be just as confused as them. Just as confused. You got these dudes telling you that they multi-millionaires and they driving Bentleys and they making $2 million last year and they staying in some house. And every other YouTube video, they got some girlfriend that they beefing with, threatening, putting money on her head. Hopefully something happens to her. They got you, they out there doing this right in front of you. And we too blind to sit there and realize that, man, these people are just scamming you, bro. All that money they're making off you. You're watching their videos, you're commenting in their videos, and if 1,000 people comment on our videos, they're thinking that, hey, I'm teaching some people, I'm reaching some people. And what you did was you allowed that information to stay in your mind. So now, a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, or weeks from now, a year from now, you're gonna hear that same information. Somebody gonna say it, and you're not gonna remember where you got it from, but you're gonna say, "Oh, I heard that shit before. It's got to be true." Now, guess what you up there doing? You playing with that anus chakra shit too. That's some gay shit. Any man tell you that you need to play with your anus to be enlightened or see some kind of a fucking peace or whatever the hell he got going on, bro, you need to get away from that dude, man. You got to get that. That's not our culture. That's not what African people did back then. They wasn't into that homosexuality stuff. They wasn't. I'm not saying that nobody was, but as a whole, no, they wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't with that wickedness, man. Well, it is what it is. You know. I used to listen to brothers a lot, and I'm like, damn, that brother's smart. You know what I mean? I need to get on my game. I need to be more like that. Years from now, man. And then I would say that, and then years from then, when I was saying that, I look at him now and say, damn, bro, all you was doing was just using big words and not talking about nothing, man. Not talking about anything. Why is it so easy to fool the black community with a bunch of big words? When you read the story of Samuel was the dude. The Most High had placed this man with a gift to teach and talk to the people, but the people didn't want Samuel. Samuel became old. There's nothing wrong with Samuel. He just came old. You know what the people wanted? They wanted somebody who was handsome. They wanted somebody who could speak. Somebody who was tall. Somebody they could show off and say, this is our king. They wanted Saul. That's who they wanted. Most High said, they don't want me as their leader. They want another person. They want a human who's flawed. They want somebody who, at the end of the day, you would never be able to trust, instead of the one who is trust, who is peace, who is royalty, who is righteous, who is wisdom. You would rather have a man tell you what's best for you in your life and how to live your life and what's righteous and what's not righteous, and not follow what the Creator has deemed as righteous. It's crazy. Black people's the only people that do some shit like that, man. We'll fight tooth and nail to get away from truth in order to accept the lie. You got Joel Osteen. These dudes got multi-million-dollar churches. Multi-million-dollar churches. They got damn ATMs inside the church. So if you forgot your good pocketbook, they can say, you know what? It's okay. Just go ahead and slide that card right here. But doesn't the scripture talk about, you know what I'm saying? Don't deal with money on the Sabbath day. Don't do that. But yet they got the ATMs right on there, right in there. And this same Joel Osteen, you know what I'm saying? These same mega churches. What happened when those hurricanes come to Houston and Louisiana? How many of them opened their doors? It was reported Joel Osteen literally locked his church doors when the floods hit. I thought that was supposed to be the house of God, the house of healing. I thought that was supposed to be where you go when you at your lowest. So to them, what dictates your lowest? Is it only in mind where it says I'm low and I don't have to do anything? Or when a person's really at their lowest and they say, man, I really need to help. I physically need to help. I need somewhere to stay. I need somewhere to put my family for protection. I need food. I need shelter. I need clothing. I need baths. I need medical assistance. But when it gets real, you start to see who comes in and out of your life and who's real and who's fake. That's facts. That's facts. They close their damn churches. These churches close their damn doors to these people in these hurricanes. That's facts. You hear about all this stuff, the Potter's House and all these movies and shit like that. You hear about all that. And I'm not saying that they don't do anything in private that's not publicized. I think that they are, and that's good. But when you have a platform like that, you have multi-million-dollar housing, tell me, where are they being vocal when these brothers is getting shot in the streets, killed by police? When these mothers and brothers is lacing this stuff with fentanyl, people are dying with overdosing. Well, I don't see no Potter's House. I don't see that shit. Not one time that I got any person come to my local neighborhood say, hey, we need to get our kids together, to organize, to rally, a cry for help. I haven't seen none of that. Go to your local hood and ask if you've seen any of those mega church pastors who's collecting money with ATMs in their church. Have they done it? Ask your Israelite communities, have they been out there in the community, putting in work, putting in pain with the people? That's one thing I got to say, man. Sinetta, man, y'all may not like exactly everything he does and how he moves, but one thing you can say, he's been consistent of getting out there with the people. You gotta salute that. You gotta salute that. Salute to Sinetta, you know what I'm saying, for certain things that he does. I don't agree with majority of the stuff, but you know, there are certain things that you have to be able to give their brothers their flowers and say, man, you know, he did this good, he did that good, as well as say, hey, but he also did that bad. You can't just, you know, jump on somebody when they're down and only talk about their bad stuff, you know. Like I said, I'm not saying that these pastors haven't helped anybody financially or in their community. But what I'm saying is that if you have a platform like that and you're constantly making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions, I think you do have a duty beside yourself to really give back, especially to your own community. That's facts. So I just wanted to holler at y'all, man, see what's up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just real sad, man, when I look at the state and how we so quick to believe anybody that's political, with money, that's flashy, that uses big words. We believe all that shit. We believe all that shit. We believe everything like that until you have a 14-year-old girl say, that man over there molested me. Then all of a sudden, we have fucking problems believing that shit. Or we'll believe everything until we're saying there's a fucking molester in the family. There's a rapist in the family. There's a drug addict in the family who's polluting the family, who's selling us drugs, who's getting us hooked. We'll believe all that shit except those. We'll believe anything somebody tells us as long as they have a publicized name. We won't fact check it. We won't check and see if it comes from a peer-reviewed source. We'll believe anything in the black community. And us men is the worst. Us men gossip. We the worst, man. We won't believe shit, and we'll believe everything wrong. As long as it lines up with having multiple wives, being able to have sex with who you want, drinking, partying, cars, we'll believe that shit and we'll support it. It's fucking sad. You'll see this dude get 2 child rape cases dropped, and you'll still be like, he ain't do it. Why the fuck he is in a situation with 2 child sex cases? How is he still in a fucking leadership position? How are you still supporting this dude? At the minimum, you should be unsubscribed to him. At the minimum, you should be not buying anything from him, because he suspected of it twice. He suspected of it. That's just not for the HOK. That's not for the House of Conscience. That's for the Israelite community. That's for these wicked-ass church pastors, for these wicked-ass men in leadership who's doing these sick-ass things to these women and children. That's for all of them. That's for all of them. Stop supporting these people, man. And then crying when shit happens. And then you want to blame everybody else when we do have the option to say, you know what, we're going to silence this individual. We're no longer going to support them. We're no longer going to allow them to ransack our community. People don't want to hear that, though. What if you found out that somebody was taking, medicine from a doctor and it almost killed him? Would you believe it? Most people might say, yeah, I believe it. I wouldn't doubt that shit. That's fair. Now, what if you said that Dr. Sebi may have almost killed some people? Would you believe it then? Or would you say, no, it couldn't be because he Dr. Sebi? What if you found out that, not just the Boy Scouts of America was raping little boys, but what if you found out some of these churches was trafficking these women and these men sexually? Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Or would you do the black thing and say, nah, he wouldn't do nothing like that. He wouldn't do nothing like that. You don't know these people, man. You don't know what the hell they do behind closed doors. Black people, man, we got to stop being so damn gullible, man. When it comes to hurting women and children in our community, we have to take that serious. We cannot take that as, nah, we got to wait for the facts. No. When that shit's said, we need to jump on that ASAP. We need to protect that child immediately. I know brothers get railroaded and get pinned rape on. I get it. I'm a black man. I get it. But when you start dealing with children, and that's an adult, molesting a child, you automatically take the child's side first. That's facts. A lot of us men have mommy issues, have daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? And we take those traumas out on different sexes. Some people have a hard time communicating with women because their mother wasn't in their life. The mother was gone. Some people have a hard time communicating, period, because the people that was supposed to be there for them in the beginning wasn't there for them. They fucking chose the streets, prison, drugs, guns, gangs, whatever the fucking reason was, they wasn't there. And that child wasn't able to get the communication, the love, the affection. A lot of shit goes into a child, man. It's not just making sure he has clothes and I love him. Love him don't mean shit. Oh, I love my kid. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What are you adding? Are you adding any value? Are you the type of father that only takes? You only get the kids when it's convenient. You only get the kids when it looks good. But yet you could care less about the kids' development cognitively while you're out and not picking him up. Or when you run in the streets as a female, going out, partying, doing whatever you want to do, are you thinking about, hey, I haven't loved, showed any affection, talked to, did anything to my kid? How's he going to receive that? Is he going to come into the world cold and not knowing love and what affection is? That's what happens, man. You don't show these kids no fucking love and you molesting them and touching them and doing all kind of shit. You on drugs and you out of the house all the time. They grow up fucked up. Trust me. Take it from experience, man. You grow up not knowing what affection is, not knowing what love is. You have communication. You start to become awkward. You start to realize that, you know what I mean, saying you only have you. What is a safe place? How the fuck you gonna have a safe place when the people? How do you know what safety is in this world if the parents that you have or was given to you made you unsafe? If they make you unsafe, who's gonna make you safe? How do you know what safe is? So you start looking for love and safety and affection and certain things in all different life forms, and you come across people plagued with trauma and demons, and they looking for the same thing, and they giving you their experiences of affection and love and heart and so forth, and all that shit is nothing but the streets. It's nothing but cold love. It's nothing but love with a timer on it. It's nothing but affection, fakeness, unworthiness, negativity. That's what that shit is that they now have exposed your mind to, or your child's mind to, or whoever was unsafe, or whoever wasn't loved and having that affection. Now you're accepting that from another entity, except the people that was supposed to give it to you. And that all comes back to, we need to, as men, stand up for our community, because when we allow certain things to happen, it takes on more different, it takes over many different varieties. It's not just the physical aspect, it makes the child sad when he doesn't get picked up. No, it affects his fucking mind as well. But yeah, man, just out here trying to make it myself, raise my kids, and not afflict on them, the traumas that were set upon me. And then when they grow up, they're gonna hopefully not have the traumas, so they can start now passing on good qualities of life, camping, vacations, family get-togethers, dinners. They can start passing that on instead of passing on negativity, abandonment, rape issues. Now they're able to communicate and express themselves to their cousins and to their family and to their friends. And they are able to enjoy life because from the start, they wasn't already 10 steps behind the fucking start line. With being touched, being molested, being taken away, put in the orphanages, put into foster homes. They didn't have to go through that. We have to talk about these mental issues, man. We have to talk about, stop allowing people that just come into your life that sounds good. They got the jewelry, they got the flashiness, man, and take our lives and lead our lives away, and then it affects our kids. We have to start being there thinking, man, past ourselves. We're very selfish. We only think what we can take from other people. It looks good. If it looks good, it makes me feel good. If it makes me look all right, I'll do it. But that's not love, man. People around you, they get like that, man. You remove yourself from them people. You start to realize that they don't call you to check on you. They don't call for your kids. They don't call check on you and your wife. They could care less. They're all about them. They're all about them, and you have to accept that. We have to fucking accept that. Stop letting everybody that speaks good words to you and sounds good for a few seasons come into your life and affect your life permanently. And all they was just in there for a few seasons, man. They was only meant to be in there for a season. And you done got wrapped up in them, bought onto every word. I had to learn how to put, what's it called? A border between me and people. I had to put borders, and I had to put restrictions, and I have to put boundaries on my relationships because I'm an open person. I get too caught up. I get too emotionally attached. I get really attached to people, and I know I love hard, and I have to tell myself. I say, you know what? People are gonna treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If they only in and out of your house every few months, causing you anxiety, causing you anger, you know what I'm saying? And then they're gone again, show up again in a few months to do the same shit. You don't need them, man. They don't love you because they would have saw what they were doing to you. They would have saw. Because not everybody's strong enough to say no. Not everybody's strong enough to say, I've had enough. Not everybody's strong enough to say, man, I can't keep doing this. Some people are in the figuring out process, so they don't even know what's going on. But you have to figure it out. You have to protect yourself. You have to love yourself long enough, you know? But yeah, man, this is just me talking. Just want to say what's up to y'all, man. Peace. This is Blackman's Thoughts.